Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's tarot time with Cindy, everybody. So I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a collective general reading. And because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does, I'm so glad we were able to connect. If it does not, hopefully the next time. I'm going to start with the Wild Unknown archetype deck. The medallion is at the bottom. Interesting, after the pre-shuffle. And then I'm going to get into the tea leaf oracle deck. Shield. You need to defend yourself. That's interesting. That's after the pre-shuffle. Let's see. I want to see what energies, what is the energy that challenges you right now? And what is the energy that supports you for the collective? Energy that challenges and energy that supports. The challenge is gnosis. The support is the queen. That's interesting. The queen is the supporting energy. The bottom is the unseen. The ocean, the maiden, and the unseen. Let's add a tea leaf to this. The challenging energy is the wheel and the club. So the wheel is indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. The club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Well, isn't that an interesting combination? I mean, honestly, like if you're not very decisive, people will notice this and they will take advantage of it and get you to do things in their favor. They're like, well, this person doesn't really stand for anything. Let me see what I can push them towards. That's the energy that's a challenge. Okay, so the energy that supports you is younger woman. Dealing's a relationship with a younger woman. That's very interesting. The queen. The queen, the younger woman, is the energy that supports you. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. I'm going to the book, my friends. I want to see. What is this gnosis? Let's understand this a little bit better. I want to say, though, like, right, we've got the wheel, and this is aimlessly. Indecisiveness, and I feel like it's just going around in circles, like around and around and around, like the wheel. Where it stops, nobody knows. Where the heck? Oh, these Roman numerals. I know. Okay. Interesting. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures, in scholarly books, on library shelves. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. But this is the energy that challenges you. It's almost like trying to understand or trying to come to a decision about something when possibly facts don't support it. Like the truth of what something is, the facts may not actually be supporting that. Or the facts that you have access to are not supporting the truth of something around you. And because you're indecisive, I want to say doesn't mean that you are, okay? This is the energy that is the challenge to you. It's almost as if something may not be exactly what it appears to be, and that may cause you to have difficulty making a decision about it. And because you may be having difficulty making a decision about something, or you may find yourself in that position, others will see that they can help you make this decision. But whether that is them being like benevolent or malevolent with their energy, I just kind of feel like they're seeing something from their own perspective. But it's almost as if, I don't know, you're not seeing something for what it is, or you don't know all the facts about something. Right? Like it's almost like something where you could push it over there. I could push it, well, this person hasn't decided. Let me help them decide. Someone like me would come over and I'm just like, yeah, I could tell you're having trouble making a decision. You know what I would do? This is what I would do. What about that? How about that? Right? But that's like somebody will try to make you do something against your will. Or maybe it's making a choice. Somebody's trying to make you make a choice. Or you feel like that. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling, not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. That's kind of true. Sometimes I do a reading and I feel like the more answers I pull out, the more questions I'm left with. And that is also this. So there could be like even thinking that you would always really know something, or that you would know enough about something to be able to make a decision about it. Isn't a possibility. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. So this is also possibly thinking that, okay, this feels very organic and tangible to me, right? Like in whatever way you want to, apply it to your life, it does come off as a very divine feminine kind of energy, or at least maybe even two feminine figures. It could be one feminine figure and she's younger than you perhaps. It has a very organic substance to it. And this is like kind of getting into life. I'm not going to lie. There's a little bit about this energy that is challenging to you that almost to me, I would say it could almost be like someone who is trying to read about, create philosophy around and explore that about the feminine existence, like about women, right? I'm going to read everything I can about women to understand them. I'm a woman and I don't even understand myself 100%. So, but there's that's not possible. It's kind of like telling you that's not the supporting mechanism, because as much as you read, you may be like, well, I'm not really sure if I like women. If I right? It could be like something like that. And I'm just using that example because we have a very feminine energy that's actually the supporting. It's like, well, instead of reading about them, go out and meet some of them. I'm like, I've met enough, Cindy. I don't it's kind of funny how that comes through. There's obviously going to be a lot of different ways that this reading comes across. So we're just exploring one layer of the onion peel here. Okay, once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. But that's the challenge here. And when I said challenge, I meant, this is not necessarily an energy that is supportive of your highest good at this time. Or something that you're struggling with. Is the innermost knowing in the mystic truths. When it's in the light, contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. When it's dark, over-intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others. Yeah, it's kind of like even looking for patterns where patterns really don't exist. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifters, or the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. Those who say they know, don't. Those who say they don't know. Yes, that's true. I would say that's very true. Anyone who often comes across as having a know-it-all. There's a lot there that they don't know. This is such a fascinating area. Right? And then indecisiveness to come along with it. There is kind of a part of somebody who's spending an awful lot of time maybe philosophy, like creating philosophy around life, and then like the supporting mechanism is just to get into life. Now, let's look at the Queen here. So this is the energy that is supporting you. Oh. Okay. Wow, the Empress, the Mother, the Sovereign. That's kind of beautiful, no? And Younger Woman comes in too, which is, where was the Maiden? Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know what that is. Something to do with the air conditioner. The furnace makes a noise about it. I think it's like getting rid of water. I don't know what it's doing. Oh my God, as I say that, the ocean is what sat behind the Maiden. The ocean, the Maiden, and the unseen. There's a part of me that wants to look deeply into this reading, but there's a part of me that feels like, but that's maybe not the best thing to do. The Queen and the Younger Woman. The Maiden could be defined as the Younger Woman, and then the Empress. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the King is the ego, the Queen is the expression of that ego in the world. Well, isn't that interesting? That is very interesting. I'm just going to pause there for a second. Okay. Just going to pause there for a second. Because one of the things that I notice a lot is like, okay, and this is like kind of throughout human history, I feel like women are always blamed. Like the Queen energy, the woman is always blamed. She's always the one to blame. Often blame is cast upon a feminine energy or feminine energy. So you could go all the way back to like the beginning of time. And it's always kind of been a thing. And they're often like, they're the villain or they're the reason for all of the problems. And as a woman, I often sit back and I think, it's really interesting because men rule like, I don't know, 98% of all sovereign places. They're the ones making all the rules and running everything. And then we're always blamed. I think that's fascinating, how that kind of spins around. I'm sure I'll get some masculines that come at me in the comments. There's always somebody. Or even, it can be feminines too, who are in very unhealthy masculine energy that will do that. But when you look at that, and it is like, okay, if the Queen is the expression of the ego and the King is the ego, the Queen is only expressing what actually exists. It's like displaying it. This is the energy that is surrounding me and running the kingdom. So that's the energy I'm going to use. That's an interesting take on society and the world and the history of mankind, isn't it? Anyways, I did go kind of deep there. Maybe that's not where we're supposed to go today. Okay. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the Queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the Queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal Queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. Fascinating, isn't that? And you could even say, I want to say there's a lot of feminine expression that often is very fear-based and could be even misuse of its own power. And this is like nothing. The Queen fears nothing. That is the power here. That is the energy that supports you. And younger woman, that's very interesting. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. This could be the spirit of this benevolent Queen energy in the presence of a woman around you who is younger than you. It could even be like some type of energy, like if you are going to resonate with this and describe yourself as the feminine, we are sort of getting a bit of the feminine triad here, is it could be a part of you from younger times that were perhaps not affected by things that have taken place in your life, like that youthful part of yourself. So when in the light, the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. When dark, vain, wrathful, self-righteous, and demanding. Read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Then read about Inanna, Tara, and Hera. Okay. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. All right then. So this is so fascinating, because indecisiveness and letting other people make choices for you or lead you in directions that you want to go. No. Whether you're a male, female, everything in between, or anything in between. Why did the younger woman get thrown away here? This is about knowing your power. This is about actually really honestly sitting in divine feminine energy and allowing things to come to you. Well, there you go. The unseen maiden, the ocean. I'm curious about all of this. It's been a while since I've been in this deck. I mean, we've kind of gone through it, but I haven't been exercising it regularly. So I want to go into the book. The ocean. This is, okay, like kind of, it's underlined. So to me, it's past energy as well. The unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible, which is then interesting because then it's followed by the maiden, the unseen maiden, the purity, the untouched. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconsciousness, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our very attempt to dominate nature. Yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is changed. Let the wave crash. Well then, I feel like this is showing me some type of very powerful change that has occurred in a feminine energy. Maybe it's feminine energy like across the globe. Maybe it's an individual. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you're dealing with. But because we're taking that maiden and we're going through life's changes, great, huge changes that the ocean this is the natural process. This is how this needs to move, and you cannot control it. Feminine energy is also kind of described as that uncontrollable energy. It moves, it's creative, it's unpredictable. It doesn't form like structure so much as like masculine energy does. So there is definitely some very powerful transformation going on here in feminine energy, in perhaps people's creativity. They're owning their creativity. When this is in the light, the ocean, it is deeper than deep, big dreams and discovery. When it is dark, it is subsumed, drowned, polluted, and unpredictable. Study waves, touch their surface, get in the water, no matter where you live. Each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy, moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. Oh, yes. Here we go. And then the maiden. The unseen. The maiden is very self-explanatory to me. Let's go into the unseen. It's kind of like the princess becoming the queen. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence. Though it rallies our attention time and time again, the energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. It is natural to fear these communications, as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. When this is light, innermost chambers, isn't that interesting? A chamber is an area that you would imagine, or that would be associated with a king or queen in their private chambers. So I want to say there's also some sort of private transformation that has been going on here. And this is a private transformation, perhaps between yourself and your guides, and stronger forces than ourselves. Oh yeah, when it's in the light, it's clairvoyant, guidance, whispers of wisdom. When it's in the dark, dark looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. Guidance comes in many forms, but don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes, and sometimes it burns. Being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. All right. Right. Powerful. Time to get out of a situation. Well, that's interesting. The pail. That's almost like the waters. All waters return back to original source. Emptying your bucket being emptied, tipped over. To fill your bucket? To fill your bucket. Sorry, I bing-bonged my, what's it called? Singing bowl. What's my singing bowl here? Do a little singing bowl thing here. If you've got little ear things in, just be prepared. I'm clearing out all the indecision. All the indecision is cleared. You have been cleared. Okay? Okay. I've cleared out all the indecision. You have been cleared of indecision. You're all stepping into your power, whether masculine or feminine. The other interesting thing I want to say about this too is, like, right, feminine energy just kind of like associated with artistry, creation, expression. And so I feel like too often what, like, if that is described as the displaying the ego of the king, the ego of the leader, then a lot of artwork, a lot of self-expression that is coming out right now is actually, it's almost like the unspoken words of the patriarchy, the unspoken words or the hidden words, the things that are hidden. Another interesting thing with that too is There could be, for some of you, there could be a young feminine energy around you. And how this feminine energy reacts or behaves, their type of behavior, it could be very much a reflection of a masculine energy around them and what the ego of that masculine energy is. So consider that as well. Because the feminine is like a sponge, but it can only absorb so much before it all seeps out. The Hermit. This is part of the energy that is not... Right, it's almost like being stuck in a library. Stuck in a library reading about life. That's the challenge. The Wheel. Wow, Judgment. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. That is got that feeling of either someone who doesn't make decisions because you don't want to upset anybody, or somebody who agrees with everything because you don't want to upset everybody. But then you stand for nothing and you're aimless. You can be pushed around. That's so fascinating. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody will make you do something in their best interest. You know, it's such an interesting energy. I mean, I don't know how it applies specifically. Oh, and it's all major arcana. Look at that. It is all major arcana. This is pivotal. There it is. This is a pivotal moment in, I feel like, somebody's life here, where there's an energy that does not support them, and it's time to kind of get off the pot. Take a crap or get off the pot. Or almost somebody who is fascinated by life but too afraid to start experiencing it. And your fear or your indecisiveness or a combination thereof is easily recognized by other people, and they will utilize this to their advantage and maybe likely to your disadvantage. The Queen and the Younger Woman is the supporting energy. Oh, I tried to get one there for the Queen. The Queen is the Magician and the Two of Wands. I think this Queen's been waiting a long time. This is I don't know where this goes. See, it's like all this youthful individual manifesting something and then still waiting on my dreams. Oh my God. Well, right? The Queen sits poised in dignity. It's like waiting a long time because that youthful looking person is now old. They got a long beard. Their hair is long and gray. The Younger Woman. Oh, the High Priestess. Isn't that interesting? It is. Look at, she doesn't look so old. The supporting energies. The Younger Woman. This is a very spiritual energy. I want to say, too, the universe kind of like reclaims youth within you. Connecting with the universe reclaims your youth. The Five of Cups is at the bottom. Sad. Secrets. Secrets of the Younger Woman. The Queen. The supporting energy is manifesting your dreams and watching them come in. For some of you, this takes longer than anticipated. This could be a woman that you're dealing with that has like a very spiritual side. It could even be like another tarot reader or something like that. Younger Woman, the High Priestess. Jeez, the Ten of Swords came out. It landed right on the Magician like that. Boom. Okay, that's fascinating. Wow, it does look like the Queen's been waiting a long time. I don't know. The Magician. What is Queen manifesting? Empress. Wow. Well, then, the King of Pentacles and the Empress. That's odd. I hate it. King of Pentacles is a great guy, but it's not the Emperor. Okay. I want to say, if you combine, let's say combining the Queen and the High Priestess creates an Empress energy, because an Empress is above a Queen. An Emperor is above a King. Usually, historically speaking, an Emperor and Empress would be in control of many kingdoms that would have many kings. Like, they would own those. Like, actually, like, is China a good example of that? The different places in China? Probably. Were there emperors in Europe? Anyways. Interesting. Empress and the King of Pentacles. So here's the other thing, because how we described this Queen energy, right? It is kind of a reflection of the King's ego. Some of you might be connected to a masculine energy, and I'm going to be quite honest, that masculine energy doesn't do anything to elevate you, and you actually just end up being a reflection of this person's darker side, possibly. Some of you could have, with the younger woman, you could have a daughter. I just want to say, like kids and, well, even people. I mean, they learn by example. They learn by what's around them. Because the King of Pentacles has a lot to offer, but it's not the Emperor. So that's very curious. Maybe some of you have, or are considering lowering your standards. That's not, I don't think that's a good idea, but the Two of Wands. The Two of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Wow, that's very interesting. This feminine energy is definitely like looking for balance in relationships, but I don't want this King of Pentacles. It's just, wait, the Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. What is odd energy? This almost feels like somebody may be trying to entrap a feminine energy. Entrap a feminine energy? Oh, this page energy. It's very small and wishy-washy. The Queen, specifically the Queen. The Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands. This is that Two of Wands. Like, I don't know. I don't feel good about this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles could be hiding something. He could be hiding a commitment that he's in, to be quite honest. I mean, with the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant, somebody's hiding something. Hiding something from the Hierophant? The Hermit. The Fool. This little area over here is a lot of major arcana. And so it kind of gives me the impression that it's actually very difficult because it's not energies that are typically easily changed. You've got to kind of work through them. You don't have much choice. Being indecisive, appearing indecisive because of other people looking down on you. It's so interesting because I just really noticing the owl here. The owl looking down on them coming out of the coffins. Okay, Judgment and the Wheel. Oh my God, it's still all major arcana. The Sun and the friggin' Chariot. What is this area over here that is a challenge? It is like there's some sort of major spiritual challenge going on here, a soul growth challenge. Oi, you just like to sneak up. Why is this big chunk of fur? What's this? We already saw each other. No, I'm clarifying. I don't know how he did that. He's like stealth mode. Mr. Larry. Larry? Everyone Larry. No, you can't lay there though, honey. Come here. Oh, I need that. Say hi, bye-bye. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there on that one. I think he does that on purpose. Going towards the sun, like clarity and truth and happiness and exploration. Your absolute path here. It's almost like, I don't know, being stuck in something that is kind of immovable. It's not something that you would, when I see this, it's kind of like your life is being run by the movement of the planets right now. Like there's something here that you don't have a say in. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, no. We finally got something that's not a major arcana. Oh, the Six of Cups and the Page of Wands. It's almost like someone from your past saying something to you or talking to you. Someone from your past communicating to you to try to get you to do something you don't want to do. What is unseen in all of this? So I'm going to ask, what is the unseen in this whole thing? The Three of Pentacles and Temperance. The unseen. It's waiting to collaborate. It's waiting to build. It's waiting to work together. It's transforming. It's alchemizing. Collaboration. The Six of Pentacles is at the bottom. How you give and how you receive. I don't know. What's going on? I still want to know about this King of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Swords here? The High Priestess. The King of Wands. That's crazy. Now you have a King and Queen here. But the High Priestess. There's some sort of spiritual information here that I feel like is missing. Or being hidden. Some sort of spiritual information is being hidden. The High Priestess and the Hierophant are like kind of like a spiritual counterpart energy here. Is this something perhaps, because I say that, like the Empress is here in the physical as the Queen. And then the King of Wands is here, and so is the King of Pentacles. And the High Priestess is here twice. I feel like it's some type of spiritual connection that has maybe not been embodied in the physical. The Empress and the Emperor have been coming around a lot lately. Oh, and there's the Hierophant, the Hermit at the bottom, which is being isolated, preparing for a new beginning. It's kind of funny. I heard preparing to make a fool of myself if I have to. That's where that came from. I don't know. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go do the extended. I'm just going to pull out cards. And see where everything is going. Because it's very curious, different kind of energy, isn't it? And that's what I have for you, my friends. Thank you so much. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.